Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the YHHDL Draft Order Show for the 2018 season. What a show we have in store for you today. We have coach interviews, season previews, and a very special State of the League address from Commissioner Madden. And of course, the draw itself to decide the draft order for this season. Earlier this morning, we were at the YHHDL headquarters to witness Commissioner Madden's State of the League address.
Good afternoon, League members. As Commissioner of the YHHDL, it's my duty and privilege to officially open the 2018 season. Last season was a roaring success, both off and on the field for the league, with record sponsorship and viewing figures. On the field, we saw our first ever multiple champion crowned, with Bungall's Bandits regaining their title from year one, albeit helped along the way with some questionable officiating. We also saw some unsavoury protests toward our league anthem. Throughout the year, and I'd like to take this opportunity to address the league's position on protesting the anthem. Didn't do it. Any teams found to be disrespecting the anthem will be dealt with swiftly and harshly. There's a time and a place for rallying against social injustice, and this fantasy football league is not it. I hope you're all looking forward to the season, but heed this warning, you will not enjoy it. I'm going to fuck every last one of you on the way to that title. Thank you.
Well, let's cross live now to Coach Bungall at Bandit HQ. Coach, thanks for taking the time to speak to us today. I'm sure you're very busy with pre-season preparations. But firstly, let me congratulate you on your win last season. I can see you've not let that trophy out of your sight for a second.
Hi Tommy, thank you. And yes, here we are. The only team to have their name on the trophy twice, Bungall's Bandits. I'm very, very pleased to stand here before you as last year's winner. I'm sure everyone around the league is also very happy to wish me well on my success.
Speaking of that success, rumours in Hollywood suggest a blockbuster movie is in the works following you and the Bandits' rise to victory last season.
Absolutely, Tommy, I'm glad you asked about that. There are talks to make a film of the Bandits' incredible season last season, and let's be honest, what film that would be. We're in talks with the Weinstein Company right now, and I expect the film to be coming out maybe next year about the fantastic season that we had and all the stories contained within it. And the real kind of human stories as well behind the scenes, including myself, and I'll obviously feature prominently in that film.
Speaking of your part in the film, do you know which actor is going to be portraying you?
At this point I don't know, Tommy, but I have to say that I've spoken to the producers about it, and my personal preference is for Gary Busey to play myself, Coach Bungall.
I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but will your personal story with sideline sportscaster Pam Oliver feature in the film, or will it be strictly business?
You'll just have to wait and see, Tommy. Obviously, I said there'll be human stories in the film as well, so you never know what will happen.
Now, I'm sure you've heard the recent comments made by Fox Hunters coach Dutch Stevenson about you and your team. Would you like to take this moment to respond?
Well, Coach Stevenson is always one of the most vocal coaches around the league. I don't want to say too much to Coach Stevenson except that, Coach, this is what counts me. You keep talking about it, and you keep saying this stuff, and you keep saying that the Bandits won't win and how terrible they are. And yet, here we are again. As I said, the only team on the trophy twice, and this trophy lives at Bandit HQ.
And after such a successful 2017, what's your forecast for the upcoming season?
Well, forecast, I think there's a lot to look forward to. I think we can look forward to perhaps an even better performance from the Cayman Mariners this year. They had a bad season, and then last season they had a kind of journeyman season. So I think we can look for them to improve again. I think the Commissioners team are a spent force. The ethos there, from what I hear, is terrible. I certainly hope that we don't end up with any players that played for the Commission last year, because apparently excuses are the most important thing to have on his training ground. I expect the Crunch squad to maybe come back and do well again. I felt like they were perhaps hard done by last season. They had a high points tally. They didn't really correspond with the number of wins that they got. And of course, I'm confident we'll do well again. We've got a great record. Much like I said last season, I'd be shocked if we don't make the playoffs. I don't want to guarantee the win, because winning the whole thing is very, very difficult, especially the post-season. But we can consider next season a failure if we don't at least make the playoffs. That's the goal at Bandits, that's where we're setting ourselves up. We want some, we're keen to get started. The sooner that we get this draft done, the better, and we can get on the pre-season.
Now you mentioned the Commissioner. Now, considering his team, the Fixers, finished in last place, how do you take his criticism of the Bandits?
I don't even listen to the Commissioner. I'm going to be completely honest. He's, he's holding on to power somehow. There's no committee system. He's a terrible coach. He's a terrible commissioner. He doesn't listen to anyone. The only thing that keeps him around is the money. His fans should be campaigning against him, protesting outside the stadium. The man's a farce. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can say anything stronger than that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we let you away?
Well, no, just thanks for having me, Tommy, and everybody make sure you go down to Papa John's this week because they're having 2-for-1 all this week. And Papa John's a good guy. Buy his pizza.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Coach Bungle, and best of luck for this season.
Thanks, Tommy.
And we're back in the studio now with a very special guest, Commissioner Madden. Commissioner, I'm going to ask you to take off your Commissioner cap and put on your Coach cap. And let's discuss the Fixers last season and the outlook for this coming season.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, Tommy. Pleasure to be in the studio. As some of you may be aware, I was out in the country trying to enhance the league's reputation far and wide last season, which leads me on nicely to the Fixers last year. I think I maybe took my eye off the ball a touch and focused too much on the league reputation as a whole, and really my form suffered for it. I wasn't as hands-on as a coach. The players weren't as responsive due to my aloof methods, but this year, rest assured, I'm back from licking my wounds over the summer and we're ready to challenge again. This franchise is a bedrock of the league. We are founding members. At one point in the not so distant past, we were the most successful regular season franchise in league history. And our standards have slipped, but we know what we've got in that locker room in there. And we're hoping we're going to have a strong draft, unearth some real talent this year, and just add to the personalities and the players that we've already got on side with us at the Fixers, and watch this space.
Those standards certainly slipped last season. Slipped all the way to 16th place, I believe.
Well, technically, I mean, obviously if you read the league table as it sits, 16th, yes. However, I will say it was technically 14th tied. So let's next question.
Moving on from your team's form last season, on to Coach Bungle, who we recently spoke with regarding his performance and the performance of the Bandits last season. Obviously, walking away in first place, walking away with the trophy. He had a few choice words to say about Commissioner Madden. First of all, did you hear them? Do you have anything to say about those?
Well, listen, Tommy. I'm not one for stirring the pot with other teams. I prefer to focus on the Fixers. We ignore the noise, we ignore the irrelevant, and we focus on our own performance. I've not seen Coach Bungle's comments, but I can only imagine it was yada yada yada, fucking fuck him, yada yada yada, corrupt cunt, yada yada yada, yada etc. You get the picture. He's like a broken fucking record. Now, granted, he did win the trophy last year, but like I said, I touched on it earlier, my eye wasn't on the ball last year. Coach Bungle hasn't had a proper challenge to really face him because, outside of Coach Bungle, let's be honest, your team's not up to much. You're shit, right? Coach Mackay, why is he even starting this league? I mean, he should be relegated. He just non-existent, non-factor completely. And the rest of them, jokers. I'm the competition for Coach Bungle, and this year we're going to lay it down thick and hard, and he's going to get it.
Rewind back to my team, the Doon Dragons. Previous winners of the Bungle Bowl. Have the Fixers ever taken that trophy home?
Well, like I said, Tommy, I know I'm a coach right now in this conversation, but first and foremost, I'm Commissioner of the League. And I don't put the fixtures legacy down to just winning, you know? It's about much more than that for me. That said, this year, we've got a right structure in place for the league. It's growing, you know, naturally, so I think performance on field, you will see the real Dave will fix it this year. And that's not an allusion to my newfound commissioner powers.
Moving on to the reason we're all here, the upcoming draft. Are there any players that are on the radar for the fixers this season?
Well, I don't think it would be pertinent to my chances to discuss my tactics with the upcoming draft. And I think everyone knows that, you know, running backs are king. That said, I think there's value to be had further down the draft. So a good first round, a high pick, isn't necessarily going to be an outlier in your team's positioning. So no, I'm not telling you who I'm looking for, because you'll fix the draw and snatch my player away. So I'm not discussing my draw tactics, my draft tactics, pardon me. Like I said, it's not just about the draft, it's about waivers, it's about, you know, sneakily trading your way into players that are maybe lost interest, or maybe, but I don't partake myself, but I understand there will be some bribery, you know, trading pints and, you know, 20 quid here for a wide receiver to cover injuries. But, you know, I'm going to rise above all that. I'm going to draft a strong team. I'm going to draft a balanced team, more importantly. And yeah, I'm quietly very, very confident. All the guys in the war room, they've done their research. We know who we're looking for, but I won't be disclosing that information today, Tommy.
So which of the teams of the YHHDL do you consider to be the biggest threat to the fixtures this season in terms of direct coaching talent?
That's a very good question, Tommy. I'm glad you asked it. Well, essentially, I mean, you've got to look at last year's winners, the Bandits. Alistair's got a remarkable record in this league. You've got to respect his record. I don't like to respect his record, but I will grudgingly admit that he's going to be potentially a big player. The one caveat to that, I would say, is perhaps that after a prolonged period of success for the Bandits, perhaps his coaching methods will maybe become a bit stale and he'll struggle to get a tune out of his players. So I'm anticipating a sharp decline for the Bandits this year, and obviously, as I've touched on, the fixers are trending upwards. Other than that, there's not a great deal of talent around the league, to be honest. Coach Mackay is pissed half the time, let's be honest. Coach Martin is too obsessed over beating me that he takes his eye off the ball against the Diddy teams. And other than that, no, I don't fear or respect, for that matter, any of the other coaches.
No other coaches, or
no other coaches.
Not one other
Not
coach?
a single.
Not
other
any
coach.
coaches that you think
Nope.
be... Okay, well, that's a very scathing report on the teams.
I tell it like it is, Tommy. I've always run this league the same way as I run my team. I'll call it right down the middle, but I'll call a spade, and I'm up against that. Sure, a spade. Let's be honest. Is that racist?
Well, before we wrap up, Coach, I have one more question for you. I know you may have already alluded to this in your State of the League address, but there were a number of players seem to be kneeling during the league anthem. Do you have anything further to add?
Well, Tommy, obviously I'm here in a coaching capacity to discuss my own team's ambitions for the season. As a coach, you know, players are entitled to display any views they have regarding other issues within the game. If I can just slip my commissioner hat on very briefly one more time, any teams seen to be protesting the league anthem in this manner will be dealt with very severely. I didn't choose the league anthem, Tommy. I am a figurehead, democratically elected, and it's within the structure of the YHHDL, and the league owners had all the say in choosing this as the league anthem. Now, I'd expect those owners and their coaches to get their teams under control with regards to this issue, and that's all I'm willing to comment on about just now.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Coach. And
Commissioner.
You're right, Commissioner. If you'd be happy to hang around for us and help us conduct the draft order draw,
Absolutely, Tommy. It would be a pleasure and a privilege.
Excellent.
I'm going to try fucking flag first, amateur.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time you've all been waiting for. It's time for the 2018 YHHDL Draft Order Draw. We're lucky enough to be joined by the Commissioner here, who's going to assist in the draw. Before we do so though, let's look at the teams and their corresponding numbers based on last year's finishing positions. Number 1, Bungles Bandits. Number 2, Ballas Cowboys. Number 3, the Tommy Fox Hunters. Number 4, Kemlin Mariners. Number 5, No Romo. Number 6, the Fanny Backer Clungenauts. Number 7, Minnesota Kolsky. Number 8, Light Body Leopards. Number 9, Crunch Squad. Number 10, Another Season Fucked. Number 11, Bofa Destroyers. Number 12, the 4th Valley Fisters. Number 13, the Muff Punts. Number 14, the Shit. Number 15, the Dune Dragons. And number 16, Dave will fix it. Okay folks, here we go. Commissioner, are you ready to receive my balls?
Absolutely, Tommy.
Give them a good mix. So let's get the draw underway. The first pick of the 2018 YHHDL season goes to...
It's number 11, Tommy.
Number 11, the Bofa Destroyers. The second pick,
Number 10.
that's Another Season Fucked.
High pick won't matter much, John, will it?
First 2 picks out the hat already. The third pick,
Number 7.
Minnesota Kolsky.
Too high, can't we'll do it again.
Conspiracy. The fourth pick,
Number 15.
the Dune Dragons with the 4th pick. The 5th pick,
Number 1.
Bungles Bandits, last season's champion. Early 5th pick. On to the 6th pick.
Number 5.
No Romo. Coach Kerr, I'm sure, will be happy with that.
I don't know why I just fix this. Jesus.
The 7th pick,
Number 2.
Ballas Cowboys. The 8th pick,
Number 16. Yes!
finishing in the top half.
Who's number 16, Tommy? Just if you could.
16, sorry, obviously that was the Commissioner's. Dave will fix it. I'm fixing it this year. The next pick,
Number 8.
number 8, that is the Light Body Lepers. The next pick,
Number 4.
number 4, the Kemlin Mariners. Exciting times. Next pick,
Number 3.
the Tommy Fox Hunters. Coach Stevenson with a late draft order position here. And the next pick,
Number 9.
that's number 9, Crunch Squad.
Previous champion.
One and only time, I'm sure.
I think so. Number 12.
That is the Forth Valley Fisters. And the next pick.
Number 13.
That is the Muff Punts.
Low pick, yeah.
It is a low pick.
We've got
Yeah.
2 left.
Can't imagine a big two people for them.
Probably not. 15.
Pick goes to
Number 14.
the shit. And the final pick, of course, goes to
Number 6.
the Fanny Batter Plunger Knots. Well, that's all we've got time for today. All that remains to say is a huge thank you to Commissioner Madden for helping us with the draw today.
No problem, Tommy. Thank you very much.
And a very good luck to every one of you in the 2018 season. We'll see you on draft day.
Took 8th pick. I thought it wasn't too obvious. Yeah, we're fine. Dan's a mug, man. Like, I thought first pick was fine. Give that clown fucking Tommy high pick as well. Well as Ali, just keep him sweet. But no, that's fine. We'll just feed that fucking cunt on NFL.com some pish. You can put out some bit Cutler in the first round. Oh, I light that up, man. Light it up. Mate, RB's galore by the time you're picking. Haha, yeah, no bother. Yeah, obviously we're going to fix it. Fuck's sake, man. Fix it every year. Well, not last year, obviously, but... Yeah, okay, it was an off year. No, we'll fix it this year, definitely. Not finish first, we'll finish second. We'll make the playoffs, maybe back our way into it, and then we'll really fix it to win the... no, mum, no. Yeah, no, mum. Yeah, I'm eating veg as well. Yeah, loads of vegetables. Hardly any shot. No, I've quit as well. Yeah, okay. Bye. Oh, that was close.